Hi, welcome to the Aiken Memorial District Library webpage. My name's Marty Rim and I'm the director of the library, and I'm going to give a brief tutorial on how to use our genealogy resources. So if you scroll up here over genealogy, you will see we have a couple of options. We have the option to search the archives or the option to browse our genealogy links. We're going to focus on searching the archives because that gives us the most flexibility for figuring out what's in our archives and finding what you're looking for. Now to get there, you can either click on genealogy or click on search archives. Both of those are going to lead you to the same place. So we get here and we see the search pop-up box, which we will be using, but I'm going to close it out for now. And I'll show you that right here you have another option. You can browse if you're looking for a specific resource, maybe a specific issue of the Jeffersonian. You can find it by expanding this with that plus sign, or Croswell City Minutes, or Scrapbook, or Michigan Sugar Company. If you're looking for a specific item, sometimes browsing will help you get there, but usually you're probably going to want to be using the search feature. One more important thing to recognize is that this shows the resources for the Aiken Memorial District Library, and you'll be searching for Aiken Memorial District Library. But if you click on this arrow here, it will also give you options to browse or search other local and state libraries. We got Port Sanilac here, Sandusky, and quite a few other ones. Most of them are in the area, some of them are outside of the area. If you look at Sandusky, they're a really good resource. Sandusky is the county seat, so they have a lot of county information and other resources like that that could really come in handy. So we'll go back to Aiken Library now, but it's important to recognize that you do have options to go outside of Aiken Library. Even from this website, you can still search Sandusky's and other towns' resources. So let's just close that for a second. Now if you're here and you need to get back to the search area, just go ahead and click here on search. It'll bring that search box back up. So if you see here, we have our search box here. We have search Aiken Memorial District Library. That's what we're going to use. And we have 4 different ways to search. You can search for any of these words, all of these words, this exact phrase, or these words close together. Now, if you're doing a search, you're probably going to want to experiment with all of these. But for a quick rundown, if we search for any of these words, that's going to give you the most results, because any resource that has the word doctor, has the word Robert, or has the word Hart is going to come up with that search. So it's not very specific, it's very wide. You can narrow it down by saying for all of these words, in which case we won't bring back any results unless it has all of these words in the resource. Or if you want to really narrow it down, you can search for this exact phrase. Oftentimes that one is too specific, but it might work for what you're trying to do. And what that would do is, just like it says, it's only going to bring up a resource if it has Dr. Robert Hart right there, that specific phrase. A very handy one when you're searching for names can be for these words close together. It's very handy because sometimes you'll be searching for a name, but it has a middle name in between. You don't know if it has a middle name or not. So for these words close together can be a pretty handy way to find things, especially names. Let's just do a quick search here to illustrate. Dr. Robert Hart is one of Croswell's most famous historical residents. So let's see what we have to say about Dr. Hart. So this looks like it's pulling something up out of our scrapbook here. This search will search any of that stuff we looked at before. It'll search the Jeffersonians, the scrapbook, Michigan sugar stuff. It will search all of that stuff. So you see here we have Robert K. Hart, Flying Doctor, Dr. Robert K. Hart. So if we had searched exact phrase for Dr. Robert Hart, nothing would have come up. But since we did words close together, this article came up, and it's a pretty useful article. You know, we've got Robert here, we've got Hart here, we've got Doctor here. So that's why that can be a good thing to use. But anytime you're doing a search, you should experiment with all of those options. And if you find an article you like, one good thing to do is you can click on this PDF button here, And what that will do is that will download the resource onto your computer, which it makes it much nicer to work with. You can scroll up and down. If you hit Control F, that will allow you to actually do a search. I'm going to search for heart here, and you see it highlights it, and it'll bounce around to anywhere in the page where the word heart is. So it found Dr. Hart here. It's especially useful if you have a whole Jeffersonian, you don't want to read the whole thing, so that search feature can come in handy. All right. One more quick thing. We'll go over to our genealogy links. Most of this stuff will be available from our search archives page, but some people still prefer to use it this way. This brings up various spreadsheets of information. Probably the most useful one is this Croswell Cemetery data, and you can, if you click on these, it will download it into an Excel spreadsheet. So I hope this tutorial has been helpful to you. If you have any other questions on how to use it or how to use any of our other resources, you can always email me here at aikenlibrary@sbcglobal.net or call me at 810-679-3627. And I will answer any questions that you might have. This information is easy to find on our website. So thanks for listening.